365 Sports.
Okay, so the Jets won.
Yep, and the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are on a 2-game win streak against the last 2 Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
Maybe a disappointment season isn't quite. Maybe it was earlier, and now, see,
They're hitting their stride at the right time.
Those 3 straight seasons of 12-5 and disappointment in the playoffs. Maybe they decided to flip it and have disappointment early and then capitalize at the end.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Colts are not looking so hot. I don't know. But I'm Kevin. This is my son Liam. We're the Unstable Blues. Happy to present 365 Indiana Sports as part of the 365 Sports Network.
Welcome back in. Just when you think things are settling in for the end of the season, some teams just decide to shake it up, like those Cowboys. Let's go all in to see how we did with our picks.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at 365 Indiana Sports. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, we want you to be a part of this. Comment your picks right before Thursday Night Football. And if you get them all right, we'll shout you out on next week's Pick 6. As always, before we make our picks this week, let's take a look at last week's picks.
Yeah. All right. So I had the Packers winning on Thanksgiving.
And I had the Lions.
And the Packers got it done.
They did. You're catching up.
And then
we both had the Chiefs. And that did not happen.
As we said. And then we both had the Ravens.
And Cincinnati won.
Yep. It did not take Joe Burrow long to get back into the swing of things, like I said. And then, of course, we both had the Eagles.
Yeah. And Ben Johnson is Ben Johnson.
Oh, Ben Johnson is Stack Johnson. My goodness. Wow. What I mean, what a moment though. In that, that's special for all of the sadness that has been in Chicago locker rooms season in and season out. And
then we both had the Rams and Carolina got it done.
Yeah. I've been telling you for a while that Matthew Stafford needs to stub his toe at least one time, maybe a couple times, in order for Jonathan Taylor.
He threw 2 interceptions, 1 a pick 6, and he fumbled the game away pretty much.
Yep.
So, but JT did. I said if JT gets a touchdown, I think he's back up top.
Yeah.
Didn't get a touchdown.
Didn't get it. Yeah. And then finally, we both had the Bills on top of the Steelers, and
that happened pretty handily.
Yeah, Buffalo came out and literally it seemed like punched Aaron Rodgers in the nose.
Yeah,
that's the way it looked. I mean,
it definitely did look that way.
Yeah.
So I'm at a record of 44-34,
and I am 42-36. I picked up one more game, even though we didn't do so hot at all this week. So that takes us to this week's games. And this, as a reminder, will be our last pick 6 until the week 16.
So we're just skipping next week.
I think that's the way. We might drop it in. I don't know. I've got the tentative 6 games kind of mapped out. There's really only 6 games that I would consider to be worthy. Although there's always one where I would go, it's either this one or this one, because and Atlanta goes to Tampa Bay, and they're both in throwback uniforms. So a throwback uniform, even though the Falcons aren't really doing that, they, as we mentioned, sometimes. So
bipolar.
Yeah. So this week's games, though, we're starting off on Thursday Night Football. The 2 teams that played previously Thursday. Funny how that worked. It's the Cowboys at the Lions.
Yes, the 2 Thanksgiving teams. This is so weird because the Cowboys are on a 2-game win streak.
Yeah.
But the Lions need this.
Yeah. But so do the Cowboys if they're going to try.
It's true. Very true. Do we have the Eagles on here? We do. Oh. I'm going to say something here. Cowboys get it done against the Lions.
Okay.
Because of what's going to happen later.
Okay. All right. I am going to hold the line with the Lions and say, you know what? They're not going to take 2 teams. They're not going to take a 2-game losing streak here against these two teams, right?
Yeah.
So I've got the Lions straight out of the gate. Different one.
Next game is Cincinnati in Buffalo playing the Bills.
Oh, in Buffalo this time of year. I don't care who you are, although it gets pretty cold in Cincinnati and they play outside too. Let's go Bills.
I am Bills too, strictly because they're a lot better at running the ball than the Bengals are. And in cold
Really?
weather,
Chase Brown?
James Cook and Josh Allen.
All right.
Joe Burrow don't run the ball.
True. All right.
Simple as that.
Sounds good. Then the next game is the Steelers at the Ravens. Both of these teams needing it. Is this the beginning of the end finally for Mike Tomlin?
Yes. Yes, it is. The Ravens are going to win this game. I believe they are the true team who can win the AFC North and should win the AFC North, even though that division is looking like maybe the worst division in football right now.
It has 0 teams over 500.
And Pittsburgh is still they're still at the top of it. But I believe at this game, this is kind of the downfall for the rest of the season for Pittsburgh. I think Ravens get it done here.
All right. I am also going to go with the Ravens. It's in Baltimore. That's the number one thing there. So there. Plus, who knows who's actually playing quarterback for the Steelers? I mean, at this point, let's just try out Will Howard. Let's see how it goes, right? Maybe it'd take one more week for that to happen. So then the next game.
Next game is the 9-3 Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, who are also right there. They have a extra digit in their record, having tied the Cowboys.
Yes.
I never thought that it would be difficult to pick a Bears game, but here we are.
Yeah,
it's in Green Bay, but both these places are this. It's not like, and such an old rivalry. I trust the Bears more. I can't even believe I said that. So I'm going to say it's the Bears.
I'm going with you with the Bears. Packers normally own the Bears. That was with Aaron Rodgers.
Right. The owner is no longer there.
This Ben Johnson team is different. Chicago's getting it done.
There you go. Wow. Okay. I need a moment on that one. That felt weird. Okay. Next game then. Sunday Night Football. It's the team from Houston coming off of a win over the Colts. Debatable. Going up against another team that beat the Colts, the Chiefs.
Yes.
Neither one of these teams actually in the playoffs, though.
Yeah. It was just kind of weird thinking about it. I think there's a lot of teams who are just performing really well this year, which is kind of weird.
Shout out to the Patriots. 11 wins. 11-2 going into their bye week, I believe, that they have this week. Worst decision Tennessee ever made. And Tennessee has made some whoppers. Was letting Mike Vrabel go.
I just think it's funny that on the same team you had Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill, who's not a bad quarterback, and Mike Vrabel, and they couldn't get anything done.
So close, but yeah. And then they let all of them go.
Yes. We don't have we don't like either of these teams.
Nope.
But Chiefs need it to stay alive. So did Houston. It's in Arrowhead. I'm gonna give Chiefs. Plus, I don't want Houston to win more.
Yeah, I think
it's more dangerous if they win for the division.
Yeah, I'm enjoying all of the chatter that's coming our way because just wait, and they say just wait, but I think as much as we complained and pointed out the errors in officiating this past week, they're about to play Mr. Glass, Mr. Crybaby Kermit, and against that defense who was absolutely I said they had at least 3 WWE plays. They can't do that. They won't be allowed to do that against him. So I think that combined with at Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah. Last game of the week is Philadelphia playing in Los Angeles against the Chargers.
On Monday Night Football, man, I'm going to give this one to the Eagles because Herbert's not going to be playing. Even though the Eagles have not been performing well, I think they're coming off of 2 straight losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to allow a third one, especially if they're playing against Trey Lance.
I'm going to go Chargers here. I said earlier in these picks, the Cowboys are going to win. I think the Cowboys may have the NFC East now. I think they may win the division. After the traumatic fall of the Eagles, I could eat my own words here. I think if the Eagles win this, they kind of have the division on the lock. They just need to win one more game after this, I think. And then the math is mathing. But the Cowboys look pretty good right now.
You've been hanging out with your Dallas Cowboys friends a little too much, I think.
I'm starting to have faith for them. Maybe this is just that side of it, but I think the Chargers are a good enough team without Herbert. I'm not saying Herbert's a system quarterback, but I think there's a lot to do with that. The system has a lot to do with it because of the coaching staff. I'm going to give it to the Chargers.
All right. Well, maybe the Cowboys, like we said at the top, are just, flipping. And, it matters more when you win, and it's better to win toward the end than it is at the beginning. Just ask the Colts.
Yeah. We want you to be a part of this. Comment your picks before Thursday Night Football. And if you get them all right, we'll shout you out on next week's Pick 6.
Yes, but that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with our Keep the Pace, look at the Pacers week, and our what do we call it? The Candy Stripe clear out. Look at IU basketball, still going strong as of now. Off the week, and then we will finish off the week with our Colts preview as they head to Jacksonville to try to end that curse.
Yeah. Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to say 365 Indiana Sports.
365 Sports.